I disowned my adoptive son since he chose his people over us. We adopted Marcus when he was 6 years old. He'd been in foster care for 3 years after his mom died from an overdose and no relatives stepped up to take him. My wife Lisa and I had been trying to have kids for years, and when we met Marcus at the adoption agency, we knew he was meant to be our son. For 12 years, everything was perfect. Marcus played Little League, went to summer camp, had sleepovers with his friends from school. We never hid the fact that he was adopted, but it wasn't something we talked about much. He seemed happy just being part of our family. Then last year, when Marcus turned 18, he got a message on Facebook from his Uncle Ray. Turns out Marcus had 3 older siblings and a bunch of cousins who'd been looking for him. Ray explained that the family had been too poor and messed up to take Marcus when his mom died, but they'd gotten their lives together and wanted him back. At first, I was okay with it. I figured Marcus could meet them and maybe have some kind of relationship, but then they started filling his head with all this stuff about his real family and his true heritage. Ray kept saying things like, "You belong with us," and "These white folks don't understand who you really are." Marcus started spending every weekend at Ray's house across town. He stopped coming to our family dinners and barely talked to us anymore. When Lisa asked him about it, he said we wouldn't understand because we weren't his real family. The breaking point came at Marcus's high school graduation. We'd planned this huge party at our house, invited all our friends and neighbors, ordered a custom cake with his name on it, but 2 hours before the ceremony, Marcus called and said he was going to Ray's party instead. He said his real family was throwing him a celebration, and that's where he wanted to be. Lisa started crying and begged him to at least stop by our house for a few minutes. Marcus said he didn't have time and that we needed to accept that he had a new life now. I was furious. I told him that we were the ones who raised him, who paid for his clothes and food and school supplies for 12 years. We were the ones who sat up with him when he had nightmares, who taught him to ride a bike, who went to every single baseball game. Marcus just said, "You did what you were supposed to do, but blood is thicker than water." Then he hung up on us. That night, while Lisa cried herself to sleep, I made a decision. If Marcus wanted to choose his real family over us, then he was no longer our son. I took down all his pictures from the walls, packed up his room, and put everything in storage. When he called a week later asking for money for college, I told him to ask his Uncle Ray. Marcus got mad and said I was being petty. I said no, I was being realistic. He'd made his choice, and now he could live with the consequences. For 6 months, we didn't hear from him at all. Then last month, Marcus showed up at our door crying. Turns out Ray had been using him to get government benefits and had kicked him out when the money stopped coming. His siblings wanted nothing to do with him unless he could help them financially. Marcus begged us to take him back, said he realized we were his real family all along, but I'd already spent too many nights watching Lisa cry over losing the son we'd raised from a little boy. I looked at Marcus standing on our porch with his garbage bag full of clothes and told him he'd made his bed, now he could lie in it. Sometimes you have to protect your own heart even when it breaks.